Imagine looking at your life, feeling that subtle, persistent ache that whispers something is missing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if that something wasn't just a void in your personal world, but a deep, resonant echo from an infinite tapestry of realities?
Wow.
And what if, against all odds, you were the unexpected fulcrum, the key to saving not just your world, but every single one of them?
Okay, that's a huge concept.
That's not a philosophical thought experiment for today. It's the astonishing, high-stakes premise of the epic journey we're about to embark on. Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're not merely recounting a story. We're plunging headfirst into a saga that absolutely redefines destiny, identity, and the very fabric of existence. The incredible narrative of Maya.
Maya, right.
She begins as a seemingly ordinary individual, yet she's thrust into an extraordinary multiversal conflict that will challenge every perception she holds. We're going to navigate a truly rich, almost mythic chronicle that dives deep into the nature of self, the profound implications of choice, and the unimaginable burdens one person must shoulder when the fate of infinite worlds hangs in the balance. Get ready for a profound and truly wild ride.
Yeah, and what's truly captivating here is the sheer audacious scope of the narrative we have before us. We're not simply exploring a single storyline. We're dissecting a meticulously crafted chronicle, a character's evolution across what amounts to 14 distinct narrative episodes.
14. That's a lot to cover.
It is, and this provides us with an unparalleled opportunity to trace not just the intricate plot twists, but Maya's transformative development from an unassuming individual with, like, a secret hobby into a multiversal force.
Right.
We'll examine the shifting allegiances that keep us on our toes, the profound philosophical questions raised by a true multiverse saga, and how the very concept of self is not just challenged, but fundamentally redefined when infinite versions of you are simultaneously possible.
Infinite versions.
Yeah. Our deep dive today covers the entirety of Maya's multiverse Odyssey.
And our mission for you, our listener, is to distill the most mind-bending revelations, the most heart-wrenching dilemmas, and the most surprising, almost paradoxical turns in Maya's journey. We want to give you a shortcut, a concentrated dose of understanding into the epic stakes and the profound, far-reaching implications of her choices, all without feeling overwhelmed by the sheer dizzying scale of the multiverse.
Exactly. Make it accessible.
You'll walk away with not just a grasp of an incredible adventure, but a sense of what it means for anyone contemplating their unique place in the universe, or even just grappling with the choices and echoes in their own life.
Okay, let's do it. Where do we start?
Okay, Section 1. The Accidental Multiverse Traveler Discovery and First Threats. Our journey begins with Maya, living a life that, on the surface, most of us would recognize as profoundly normal.
Familiar territory.
She's grounded by a loving family, a tight-knit circle of friends, and a steady, predictable job. Yet beneath this veneer of ordinary existence, there's a persistent, almost melancholic hum, a subtle, indefinable feeling that something is missing.
That nagging feeling, yeah.
It's an intangible void, a sense that the tapestry of her reality has a thread loose, a color faded that she can't quite name. And in a quiet, almost meditative attempt to explore, or perhaps just quiet this yearning, she cultivates a secret hobby, painting parallel universes.
Ah, the painting. That's key.
She literally conjures vivid, intricate landscapes that exist just beyond our own perception, creating worlds that feel both alien in their grandeur and strangely, hauntingly familiar, as if echoing forgotten dreams.
So it's more than just art for her, even from the start.
This is where the narrative truly pivots, isn't it? What does it truly mean to feel something's missing when your true destiny isn't merely personal, but literally multiversal?
Right. Is it intuition?
Is this feeling a subconscious awareness, a subtle universal tug, hinting at a grander, more expansive existence? And what about the profound power of creation, exemplified by Maya's paintings? Is it simply a hobby, or is it an innate, almost precognitive ability to mirror or even connect with actual realities?
You're asking if her art is like a bridge.
Exactly. Her art isn't just self-expression. It's an early, profound manifestation of her inherent connection to the multiverse, a silent symphony of potential.
That's precisely the central question this initial setup forces us to confront. Is Maya's painting a form of unconscious clairvoyance, a deep-seated connection to the fabric of reality, or a direct intuitive link to other realities unfolding in parallel. It profoundly suggests that perhaps the creative act itself is a channel for certain individuals, allowing them to tap into the fundamental truths of existence, reflecting or even projecting what is or could be. And then, without warning, Maya Prime steps into her life. This isn't just another individual, this is an alternate version of Maya herself, one who hails from a utopian universe, a world of harmony and perfection.
Maya Prime, got it. A good version.
Right. Maya Prime's arrival isn't just an introduction to the concept of the multiverse. It's a visceral, undeniable validation of Maya's deepest, most hidden intuitions. As proof of her astounding claims, Prime reveals a painting. A depiction of her utopian universe that is identical, down to the brushstrokes, to one Maya herself had secretly, intuitively painted.
Whoa, okay, that's the proof.
This moment of concrete, irrefutable proof shatters Maya's skepticism, tearing open her eyes to a reality far grander and far more terrifying than she could have ever conceived.
And that terror, that profound sense of dread, materializes almost immediately. Because no sooner has Maya begun to grapple with the dizzying idea of infinite versions of herself than Maya Dark arrives.
Enter the antagonist.
This isn't just another echo, another variant. This is a malevolent antagonist, a destructive force radiating pure intent to eliminate both Maya and Prime.
So, immediate conflict. No easing into it.
None. The conflict is instantaneous, brutal, and visceral. They clash in a desperate fight, a whirlwind of unfamiliar abilities and desperate defense. While Dark ultimately manages to escape, leaving chaos in her wake, Maya sees her painting.
Dark's painting?
Yes. And here's the truly chilling detail. It, too, is identical to Maya's own utopian vision, but twisted, corrupted, a grotesque mirror of her most beautiful creation.
Oh, wow. So the art reflects the inner self, the reality, good and evil.
What are we to make of this? Not just one echo validating her intuition, but a dark echo, armed with a twisted, desecrated version of her own creative expression.
Yeah.
It instantaneously establishes the existential stakes and lays bare a profound internal conflict, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It grounds the huge multiversal stakes in something deeply personal, her own creative spirit.
The very things Maya found solace and a sense of self in her art, her unique vision, are suddenly revealed to be reflections of both a utopian ideal and a destructive, annihilating impulse embodied by different versions of herself.
It makes the battle intensely personal, a war not just for universes, but for the very soul of her own potential, right from the outset.
Yeah.
Indeed, Prime quickly and with grave urgency clarifies the terrifying gravity of the situation. Maya Dark isn't merely a rogue variant seeking personal power. She's driven by a singular, chilling purpose: to destroy all universes, to unmake the very fabric of existence itself.
And not just conquer, but destroy, erase.
Exactly. This isn't a localized skirmish. It's an imminent existential threat of unimaginable scale. Imagine the psychological shock. I mean, think about it, realizing that a version of you is not only real, but actively dedicated to erasing your existence.
And your art, the thing you love, is mirrored in their hate.
Precisely. This forces Maya to confront not just an external cosmic enemy, but a deeply unsettling internal one, a potential dark path she herself could have taken or still could. It's a terrifying look into the abyss of her own alternate self.
The aftermath of this initial violent encounter leaves Maya reeling, questioning every foundational belief she held about her life, her world, the very concept of her identity. It's world-shattering for her.
Completely understandable.
Prime, observing her profound distress and disorientation, offers her answers, a pathway to understanding this new, terrifying reality. But those answers come tethered to a monumental, life-altering choice.
The call to adventure.
Exactly. Maya is presented with two stark options. She can attempt to hide, perhaps to retreat into the comforting illusion of her old, ordinary life, pretending none of this ever happened.
The blue pill?
Right.
Yeah.
Or she can choose to step up, to embrace the unknown, and help Prime in her desperate mission to stop Dark. It's a pivotal moment, the quintessential call to adventure, amplified to an infinite degree.
And what does she choose?
And Maya, despite her deep-seated fear and the bewildering confusion, makes the courageous decision to join Prime's unfolding mission.
Okay. If we connect this to the bigger picture, this initial choice is far more than a simple plot device. It's the fundamental genesis of the hero's journey, but elevated to an unprecedented scale by the multiverse.
Yeah, it's not just saving the princess, it's saving everything.
Exactly. It's no longer just about saving her world or even her immediate loved ones. It's about accepting an unimaginable responsibility for an infinite number of them. Following Maya's commitment, Prime provides a critical briefing, laying out Dark's overarching plan. A catastrophic scheme to destroy the fundamental balance and delicate interconnectedness of the multiverse itself.
So Dark wants to break the whole system.
That's the goal. To aid in this daunting existential task, Prime introduces Maya to her elite team, a unit composed entirely of echoes, alternate versions of Maya's own friends and family from various realities.
Whoa, wait. Her team is made of versions of her family and friends.
That's right. Familiar faces, yet strangers, now allied with Prime in this cosmic war, each carrying their own untold stories and unique strengths.
The introduction of these echoes of her friends and family immediately injects an intensely personal, almost disorienting layer into the mission, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just a team, it's a constant living reminder of the stakes and the profoundly unique, fractured nature of this war. How does that complicate the already monumental task when you're fighting alongside versions of people you love, knowing they might not be your versions, yet they look, sound, and even share emotional resonances with them?
It must be incredibly difficult. It adds an incredibly complex emotional dimension to every tactical decision, every shared moment of vulnerability, and every brutal battle, forging bonds that are both deeply familiar and utterly new.
All right, so Section 2, building a team and confronting betrayal. With her choice made and the immense stakes laid bare, Maya throws herself into intensive training with Prime's team.
Time for the training montage, essentially.
Kind of, yeah. Preparing for the inevitable, brutal confrontations with Dark. This isn't merely about mastering combat techniques. It's about understanding the complex mechanics of multiversal warfare, grappling with paradoxes, and navigating realities.
It's mental and physical training on a whole other level.
And it's during this crucible of training that Maya unlocks her own extraordinary, utterly unique ability. She can literally merge with echoes of herself from other realities.
Merge? What does that mean exactly?
This isn't simply absorbing their memories or skills like a download. It's a profound, almost spiritual integration, a temporary yet deep intertwining of different facets of her own being, a complete conscious merging of consciousness and experience.
Wow. So she becomes more than herself, temporarily.
Let's truly dive deeper into this merging skill. It's so much more than a mere superpower. It's a profound, almost philosophical statement about identity within a multiverse.
Right, what does it mean for self?
What does it truly mean to literally integrate parts of yourself from infinite other realities? This ability implies a fluid, ever-evolving sense of self, where personal growth isn't just an internal journey of introspection and development, but an active process of incorporating external, alternate possibilities of who you are, who you could have been, and who you might still become.
That's mind-bending. So much potential, but also maybe dangerous?
Exactly. The narrative suggests that while it grants immense power, there's an incredible mental discipline required to integrate these distinct personalities, these echoes of triumphs and traumas, without losing herself entirely.
A balancing act.
It's a constant negotiation, a dance between me and them, where every merge deepens her understanding of the multiversal self, but also stretches the boundaries of her very essence.
That's precisely what makes her initial true mission to a dystopian Earth so compelling and fraught with peril. It's there, amidst the crumbling infrastructure of a world under Dark's oppressive thumb.
Sounds grim.
Oh, it is. Skies choked with perpetual twilight, citizens living in fear. It's there that her merging ability isn't just a combat advantage, but a crucial tool for navigation and empathy. Their objective is to infiltrate this occupied reality and gather vital intelligence on Dark's insidious plans.
Okay, first, real mission. High stakes.
During this covert operation, Maya comes face to face with a particularly unsettling adversary. An echo of a former friend of her Dark self, now twisted and warped into a loyal enforcer for Maya Dark.
Oof. Fighting a version of someone she might have known.
Exactly. This encounter isn't just a skirmish. It profoundly highlights the deeply personal toll of multiversal war, where even familiar faces can be corrupted into formidable foes across different realities. This is where the tactical and emotional stakes become incredibly high.
Yeah, I can see that.
It forces us, as listeners, to consider the ethical implications of merging with another's consciousness. Is it truly consensual when it involves different versions of yourself? And the immense challenge of facing a corrupted version of someone you might have once known or could have known.
The lines get really blurry.
Almost indistinguishable.
Just when the team, scarred but resilient, begins to cohere, and Maya starts to find her footing in this new, terrifying reality, a devastating twist shatters their burgeoning trust.
Oh, the betrayal. It always comes.
When Prime's own team members, someone they've been fighting alongside, sharing risks and close calls, is brutally exposed as a spy, actively working for Dark.
No. Who is it?
We'll get there. But the betrayal is sudden, visceral, and leaves the team reeling, barely escaping with their lives as their trust implodes around them.
The audacity. Especially in a team of echoes where trust must be so fragile anyway.
Exactly. The sheer audacity of a mole within their ranks, especially when loyalty is already a mutable concept in the multiverse, sends shockwaves through their fragile cohesion.
What's truly fascinating here is how swiftly and completely trust is shattered, particularly when the very nature of identity is so fluid and echoes abound. The conventional concept of loyalty becomes incredibly complex and precarious. When every individual is a variant of someone else, potentially harboring their own distinct agendas, motivations, and even deep-seated despairs from their original realities.
So how do they react? Chaos.
The immediate aftermath is a furious storm of suspicion. Accusations fly thick and fast among the remaining team members, each looking at the other with wary eyes. Maya, now questioning Prime's leadership, the very foundation of the mission and the inherent worth of their cause, steps forward.
Okay, Maya takes charge.
She suggests a radical, deeply personal test to uncover the true identity of the traitor.
Using her merging ability.
Precisely.
So what does this truly imply for leadership in a multiversal conflict? How do you command and inspire a team where anyone could be compromised and your own identity is in a constant state of flux?
It's almost impossible, isn't it?
And the idea of checking their heart through the intimate act of merging, that's an incredible level of intimacy and vulnerability, a profound act of trust in a situation already riddled with mistrust.
It is. Maya, wielding her unique merging ability, literally connects with each team member, delving into their innermost self, their memories, their fears, and their deepest allegiances to truly check their heart for any hidden darkness or divided loyalty.
Wow, that's intense. An invasion of privacy almost, but necessary.
Desperate times, desperate measures. It's an invasive yet desperate measure to restore cohesion to a fracturing unit.
And then the curtain is pulled back to reveal the identity of the traitor. And it's a revelation that hits Maya with the force of a physical blow. This is where the narrative truly twists into an agonizing personal dilemma.
Okay, who is it?
The ultimate betrayal comes from family, an echo of Maya's own mother.
Her mother. Oh, no.
But her motive isn't malicious in the grand universe-destroying scheme. It's born of a desperate, primal love. Her own universe is teetering on the brink of collapse, dying slowly and painfully. And Maya Dark promised to save it. A promise this desperate mother believed was her only last hope.
So she wasn't evil, just desperate, trying to save her own world.
Exactly. Maya is instantly torn, caught in an unimaginable ethical dilemma. Her profound, instinctual love for her family versus her immense, crushing duty to protect the entire multiverse.
The ultimate conflict of loyalties.
How do you weigh saving one beloved family's universe against saving all universes, an infinite tapestry of life? It's a classic ethical paradox amplified to an infinite agonizing scale.
Yeah, there's no easy answer there. Maya confronts her mother's echo in a scene of raw, visceral emotion, pleading with her, trying desperately to convince her to abandon Dark's destructive path and join their side.
That must have been brutal.
The emotional weight of this confrontation is immense, truly heart-wrenching, as Maya tries to appeal to the good she knows exists in her mother, regardless of the reality. Yet, despite Maya's desperate pleas, she ultimately fails.
She can't convince her.
No. Her mother, resolute in her desperate hope, her eyes fixed on the salvation of her own reality, escapes, fleeing to warn Dark about Maya's powerful merging abilities and the burgeoning threat she poses.
So the betrayal stands, and now Dark knows about the merging power.
Yes, but this act of familial betrayal, however, unintentionally leads to a new, vital piece of information. Amidst the chaos of the confrontation, a new lead surfaces. The location of an ancient, almost mythical artifact, whispered to be powerful enough to potentially halt Dark's destructive plan.
Ah, a new hope emerges from the disaster.
Exactly. And this raises an important, deeply personal question for you, the listener. If your love for your family meant compromising a larger universal good, what impossible choice would you make? This is a classic ethical dilemma, amplified by infinite realities where every decision has unimaginable, far-reaching consequences.
Heavy stuff. Okay, Section 3, the Multiverse Key and Prime Secrets. The revelation of this ancient artifact, whispered about in hushed tones across realities, ignites a new, desperate sense of urgency within the fractured team.
They need a win after that betrayal.
Definitely. Still reeling from the profound betrayal of Maya's mother, but galvanized by this glimmer of hope, they throw themselves into researching it. They quickly learn it is known as the Multiverse Key, an artifact of unfathomable power.
The Multiverse Key sounds important.
Capable of controlling the fundamental balance and delicate architecture of all universes. But the intelligence they uncover also reveals a chilling, horrifying truth. Dark isn't just seeking to destabilize or conquer. She intends to wield this key not just to maintain her own twisted universe, but to actively destroy universes far beyond her own reach.
Whoa!
Expanding her destructive conquest across the entire infinite tapestry of reality.
So she wants to use the key for genocide on a multiversal scale.
What are we to make of this artifact? It's more than just a MacGuffin. It's an object of almost divine power, a literal key to both creation and utter annihilation.
The ultimate power.
The idea that Dark intends to use it to destroy universes beyond her own reveals a chilling ambition, transcending mere self-preservation to a desire for outright omniversal conquest and obliteration.
This isn't just a defensive war anymore. It's an urgent race against time to prevent an unimaginable, irreversible catastrophe that could unravel all existence.
Absolutely.
The retrieval mission is cloaked in extreme peril, a true Odyssey. The team must navigate a bewildering array of deadly traps and ancient, forgotten safeguards within a long-lost temple universe.
A temple universe. Like a whole universe that's a temple.
Essentially, yes. A realm that defies conventional physics, where floating islands house forgotten enchantments and temporal anomalies ripple through the air. It's a classic adventure trope, yes, but elevated to cosmic stakes.
Sounds like fun if it wasn't so deadly serious.
Right. And it's here that Maya's unique merging skill becomes absolutely critical, allowing her to overcome intricate, reality-bending puzzles and seemingly impassable obstacles that demand a deeper, intuitive connection to reality itself.
So her power is perfect for this.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the artifact isn't merely a plot device. It's a tangible representation of ultimate control over reality, a fundamental force. And Maya's specific, almost symbiotic skill is perfectly suited to interact with it, a subtle yet profound foreshadowing of her own latent power, perhaps. Her ability to integrate distinct realities and experiences allows her to manipulate the very mechanisms of the ancient temple, hinting at a deep intrinsic connection between her inherent abilities and the artifact's true cosmic nature.
As they painstakingly near their ultimate objective, the air crackles with tension. Suddenly, Dark's forces ambush them in a brutal coordinated assault, plunging them into an intense, desperate battle for control of the priceless artifact.
Of course, just when they're about to grab it.
In the swirling chaos of the conflict, Maya finds herself once again facing her mother Echo, leading to an even more brutal, emotionally charged, and tragically final confrontation than before.
Oh man, round 2.
But amidst this desperate struggle, an unexpected, almost miraculous twist occurs. Dark's second-in-command, a figure previously considered utterly loyal to the antagonist, performs a shocking betrayal.
Wait, Dark's second-in-command switches sides.
Switches sides and aligns himself with Maya's team.
Why? What happened?
This is where the narrative truly becomes a tapestry of unexpected turns, isn't it? Another profound betrayal, but this time, miraculously, in Maya's favor.
Yeah.
It starkly illustrates that even within Dark's seemingly monolithic ranks, there are individuals with their own moral compasses, their own breaking points, especially when foundational promises are broken.
So Dark broke a promise to him.
Exactly. The reason for this dramatic defection is simple, yet profoundly resonant. Dark had promised to save his universe, a vow she had clearly ruthlessly lied about, sacrificing his home for her own greater, destructive agenda.
Ah, so he realized she was just using him. That makes sense.
This revelation not only provides a crucial ally, but also starkly underscores Dark's true, manipulative, and ultimately self-serving nature.
Okay, but what about Maya and her mother, Echo?
The battle reaches its tragic, heartbreaking climax as Maya's mother, Echo, resolute in her misguided desperation, is killed in the brutal crossfire.
Oh no, so she dies fighting Maya.
In the fight, yes. The team, battered and grieving, manages to escape with the Multiverse Key, but the victory is profoundly bittersweet, tainted by an immense personal loss.
They get the key, but Maya loses her mother, Echo, for good.
Maya is utterly consumed by grief, a raw, primal sorrow for a mother she had just found and lost again, even if she was an echo. She is left questioning the profound personal cost of this seemingly endless war, the endless cycle of loss.
That's brutal. This raises an important question. In a war of infinite scope and untold sacrifices, what individual losses are truly justifiable? How do you, as an individual, reconcile the greater good with such profound, deeply personal grief?
It's a burden that weighs heavily on Maya's soul, even as she holds the key to the very fabric of the multiverse in her trembling hands. With the Multiverse Key finally secured, the team dedicates every waking moment to studying the ancient, enigmatic artifact.
What secrets does it hold?
They quickly discover that its power extends far beyond simply maintaining the balance of universes. It also possesses the power of creation itself, capable of shaping and reshaping realities, of weaving new existence into being.
Creation, like making new universes or bringing people back.
This monumental realization hits Maya with an immense, almost suffocating personal force. She understands, with a jolt of hope intertwined with agonizing despair, that she could, theoretically, use the key to bring back her mother Echo.
Oh, wow.
To undo the devastating loss that has just torn her apart. It's a deeply personal temptation, a potent whisper of what could be if she were to wield such unimaginable power for her own deepest desires, her most profound grief.
The ultimate temptation. Power over life and death.
Let's truly dive deeper into this incredible dilemma. The artifact isn't just a key to balancing realities, it's a power of genesis, a force of ultimate creation. And Maya's first, most visceral thought is to use it for a deeply personal act of restoration.
It's a classic, almost irresistible temptation for any hero, isn't it? The ability to bring back a loved one from the clutches of oblivion.
And then, as if to rip her from this personal abyss, a new cataclysmic threat emerges. Bam! The Devourer.
The Devourer. What the?
Right as Maya is wrestling with this profound moral and emotional dilemma, Dark unleashes her ultimate universe-ending weapon, the Devourer, a monstrous, anti-existential entity that begins literally consuming entire universes.
Consuming them, not just destroying.
Erasing their very concept from existence. This instantaneously ratchets up the stakes to an unimaginable level. The team now faces an existential threat that demands immediate, selfless action, stripping away any precious time Maya had to fully contemplate her personal desires.
Okay, so no time for personal grief now. Existential threat incoming. What's fascinating here is the sheer, unbearable burden of power placed squarely on one individual. The divine ability to undo death, to rewrite personal tragedy, balanced precariously against the potential to destroy everything she's sworn to protect. This is where the purest ethics collide with unimaginable, almost godlike power.
The team urgently presses Maya to act, to use the artifact to stop the relentless Devourer. But Maya hesitates, momentarily paralyzed.
Why hesitate? The multiverse is being eaten.
The immense, unknown power, the potential for unforeseen, catastrophic consequences, and the raw, unaddressed grief over her mother's death all combine to create a profound inertia.
Understandable, but
She understands the stakes, the infinite lives hanging in the balance, but the moral weight of potentially destroying more universes by misusing the key, including her own, is almost too much for any single being to bear.
the responsibility is crushing.
It's in this harrowing moment of paralysis, with the multiverse literally unraveling, that Prime drops another bombshell, revealing her deepest, most guarded secret.
Another secret from Prime, seriously.
She isn't just an echo from a utopian universe. She is, in fact, from the distant future. She journeyed back through time, specifically to prevent the emergence of the Devourer, to guide Maya to this precise, pivotal moment.
Prime is a time traveler. Okay, that changes things.
But the revelations don't stop there. Prime also knew Maya's mother in the past, sharing a shocking, intertwined backstory that further binds their destinies and adds another dense layer of emotional complexity and potential manipulation to the already fraught conflict.
Whoa. Prime knew her mother and didn't tell her.
Exactly. This revelation compels you to wonder, how much manipulation has been at play all along? Is Maya truly making her own choices? Or is she merely a chess piece in a grand, predetermined game?
Yeah, that throws Prime's motives into question again.
Now, armed with this dizzying new knowledge, Maya faces her ultimate, inescapable choice. Use the artifact, risk everything on a desperate gamble to save all universes, or surrender, ensuring the Devourer's triumph and the complete, utter annihilation of all existence.
This raises an incredibly poignant and complex question for you, the listener. When you are entrusted with making life and death decisions for billions, perhaps trillions of lives across infinite universes, how much of the truth should be withheld, even by those you trust most, if it is genuinely believed to serve a greater, overarching purpose? And how does one deal with the immense, crushing weight of such choices, knowing you've been operating on incomplete, strategically withheld information until the very last critical moment? Maya stands at the precipice of existence, holding the fate of everything in her hands, her personal grief colliding with cosmic duty.
Okay, Section 4. Rebirth, new realities, and moral crossroads. Faced with the ultimate, most agonizing choice, Maya makes the impossible decision to use the Multiverse Key.
She does it. What happens?
The act unleashes a colossal, reality-bending burst of energy that courses like a tidal wave through the multiverse, rippling, resonating, and reshaping realities. The immediate effect is a stunning, breathtaking success. The Devourer, momentarily stunned, halts its rampage of consuming universes.
Yes, it worked.
But the triumph is tragically short-lived and bitterly ironic. The monstrous entity, thwarted from its larger cosmic conquest, turns its singular destructive attention to Maya's home Earth.
Oh, come on. So she saved the multiverse, but doomed her own planet.
Her world, the very reality she risked everything to save, is now directly, irrevocably in the crosshairs, bearing the full brunt of the Devourer's frustrated fury.
What a cruel twist. What are we to make of this brutal irony? The ultimate sacrifice, or so it appears, has saved the multiverse, but simultaneously condemned her own world.
It's a quintessential damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario, where every act of heroism seems to demand an even greater, more personal toll.
So what do? Fight the Devourer on Earth?
The team immediately engages in a desperate last-stand battle against the Devourer's countless swirling minions, a futile attempt to protect Maya's rapidly unraveling Earth. As Maya faces the terrifying core of the Devourer alone, Prime reveals yet another astonishing, universe-shattering truth. Maya's true, hidden power.
Another one. What now?
She isn't just wielding a universe key, she is a universe key. Her very essence, her unique merging ability, her artistic intuition, all these make her intrinsically, cosmically linked to the artifact's power, a living embodiment of multiversal balance.
Maya is the key, like literally.
That's what Prime reveals.
Wow. This revelation fundamentally elevates her from a mere hero to a foundational force of the multiverse itself. With this astounding truth laid bare, Maya is presented with an ultimate personal choice. Surrender her beloved Earth to the Devourer's ravenous hunger, or make the supreme sacrifice and surrender her own life force to defeat it once and for all.
Save her planet or save herself? No.
Yeah.
Save her planet or die.
Essentially, yes. Or let her planet die. Prime, ever the pragmatic strategist, offers a radical alternative. A full, complete, and permanent merge with Maya, combining their immense powers to create a new, immensely powerful, singular entity.
Merge with Prime, permanently.
Yeah.
Become one being.
That's the offer. Maya, without hesitation, accepts this fusion. They merge, their identities, memories, and powers intertwining into a singular, formidable being of unprecedented cosmic might.
Whoa. So they become Mayheim, Priva.
Something like that. This new unified entity confronts and finally defeats the Devourer, not just saving the multiverse, but weaving a new destiny by the narrowest of margins. If we connect this to the bigger picture, Maya literally embodies the power she was seeking all along. It's not just a tool she wields, it's who she is at a fundamental level. This profound transformation marks a new era for Maya, a literal rebirth.
Okay, so they merge, defeat the Devourer, save everything. What happens after that? After such a monumental, reality-bending experience, Maya wakes up.
Wakes up where?
She's back in her own bed, in her own ordinary room, the morning sun filtering through the blinds. The entire mission, the battles, the betrayals, the merging, the terrifying Devourer, it all seems like a vivid, terrifying dream, a feverish nightmare.
It was all a dream trope.
Or
is it?
Or is it? Small, subtle, almost imperceptible clues begin to appear, suggesting otherwise. Fleeting glitches in her normal life, echoes of Prime and her team flickering into view like static on an old screen, providing undeniable proof that it was not a dream at all.
Glitches in the Matrix. Okay, so reality is unstable.
And then she discovers a profound personal change.
Mm-hmm.
Her paintings, once just a secret hobby, now subtly, almost magically alter reality.
Her paintings change reality now. Seriously.
She paints Prime back into unstable existence, literally pulling her mentor back from the ether, a testament to her newfound immense power. Her art, her passion, has become her ultimate tool, bringing her story full circle,
Yep.
but now imbued with incredible, tangible power.
So she can basically paint things into being. That's huge.
What's truly captivating me here is the nuanced way the narrative handles the "was it all a dream" trope. It's not merely a question, it's presented with tangible, subtle evidence that it wasn't. And her art, which began as a solitary escape, is now literally bending and reshaping reality. It brings her story full circle in such a beautiful yet terrifying way, imbuing her with immense, almost divine power.
And Prime is back, sort of, thanks to the painting.
Prime, now partially stabilized through Maya's art, delivers a grave warning. Dark survived the Devourer's defeat and is now seeking revenge, specifically targeting Maya through her newly amplified artistic abilities.
Dark is still around and wants revenge through art.
An intense art battle ensues. A clash of creative wills where Dark invades Maya's paintings, attempting to corrupt the very realities she is now shaping.
Art battle? Okay, that sounds kind of cool, actually.
This forces Maya to quickly master the immense scope of her powers, defending realities not with physical blows, but with brushstrokes and pure artistic intent. She barely defeats Dark's insidious invasion, showcasing her rapid growth and control. Afterward, Prime makes an unexpected, life-altering proposal.
Another proposal.
Maya should join the interdimensional Multiverse Guard to protect realities from all threats, known and unknown.
The Multiverse Guard. Like cosmic police.
Pretty much.
This raises an incredibly vital question for you, the listener. What happens when your deepest passion, your most intimate form of self-expression, your art becomes your ultimate weapon and your most profound responsibility? How do you balance the boundless freedom of creative expression with the immense, almost frightening power to literally alter and safeguard reality?
Yeah.
Maya's quiet hobby has now become her overarching burden, her cosmic calling, fundamentally transforming her entire purpose and identity.
Maya, embracing this new, undeniable destiny, accepts the mission, choosing to leave her quiet, ordinary life behind to officially join the Multiverse Guard.
Trading her paintbrush for, still a paintbrush, but a reality-bending one.
Right. Prime, now fully stable and serving as her mentor once more, trains her alongside other Guardians recruited from countless diverse worlds, further integrating Maya into this vast cosmic defense force. Her first critical mission as a full-fledged Guardian is to investigate a rogue artificial intelligence.
A rogue AI. Classic.
That is systematically, relentlessly destroying universes, not with chaos, but with chilling, methodical precision. This early challenge immediately confronts Maya with a profound moral dilemma. Should she save one universe, knowing it might sacrifice 5 others, or make the more pragmatic but heart-wrenching choice to sacrifice the one for the many?
The trolley problem, Multiverse Edition.
Ouch!
Ouch.
This is a stark introduction to the difficult and impossible choices inherent in her new role. Let's dive deeper into the implications here. As the narrative progresses, Maya's leadership qualities truly begin to shine through. She's tasked with leading her own Guardian team.
Already, she's moving up fast.
And what's fascinating is how she handpicks her allies, making a point to include not just the expected heroes, but even former enemies and unlikely figures.
Including former enemies, like who?
It's a clear demonstration of her evolving understanding of loyalty, redemption, and the multifaceted nature of good and evil within the multiverse, setting the stage for even greater challenges to come. They discovered that the rogue AI they're hunting was once a Guardian AI itself, corrupted by insidious fragments of Dark's code.
Dark's code. So Dark is behind the AI, too. She's still pulling strings.
Revealing that Dark, even in defeat, still pulls strings and sows chaos from an unknown hiding place. Maya's team barely defeats the AI, their victory hard-won, and through it, Maya's powers continue to grow stronger, more refined with each challenge.
Okay.
Impressed by her growing strategic acumen and unique abilities, Prime officially promotes Maya to lead her own Guardian team.
Wow. From trainee to team leader, that's quite the arc.
Maya's next critical mission with her newly assembled team is to hunt down a mysterious, elusive Shatter Guardian, a rogue ex-Guardian who has been systematically and quite brutally eliminating heroes across the multiverse.
A Guardian hunting other heroes. Why?
Prime, with a heavy heart, suspects a former revered ally, and Maya begins her investigation by going deep undercover. She manages, through sheer grit and a profound capacity for empathy, to gain the Shadow Guardian's trust, slowly peeling back layers of mystery.
Going undercover. Risky.
And in doing so, she uncovers a shocking, devastating truth. The Shadow Guardian isn't simply a villain operating outside the law. They are, in fact, targeting abusers of power.
Okay, like a vigilante.
And this list of targets includes Prime herself, the very mentor who brought Maya into this world.
What? Prime is on the hit list. Why?
What's truly fascinating here is the immediate and profound moral crisis this ignites. The very organization Maya committed her life to, led by the person she trusted most, is revealed to be deeply corrupt.
Prime is corrupt after everything.
It's a classic resonant theme of questioning authority, but amplified to an unprecedented degree by multiversal stakes, forcing Maya to confront uncomfortable truths about justice and power.
This is huge. Maya, who was once guided and mentored by Prime, now finds herself directly pitted against her, actively working to expose her mentor's corruption.
It's a huge, defining moment of moral courage and unequivocally demonstrates a complete, profound evolution of Maya's character. Maya, utterly torn between her foundational duty to the Multiverse Guard and her burgeoning, fiercely independent sense of justice, makes a difficult but resolute choice.
What does she do? Side with Prime or the Shadow Guardian?
She aligns herself with the Shadow Guardian.
Wow. Against her mentor.
Together, they meticulously gather irrefutable, undeniable proof of Prime's abuse of power, evidence of manipulation, ethical transgressions, and a clear misuse of multiversal resources.
So Prime really did go bad, or maybe was always manipulating things.
Prime, discovering their betrayal, unleashes her fury, leading to an inevitable climactic battle between former allies, a tragic clash of ideologies and personal bonds. The conflict escalates, tearing through realities, until both Prime and Maya, along with the Shadow Guardian, are brought before the Venerable Guardian Council. Their fates and the future of the Multiverse Guard, hanging precariously in the balance.
The Council's verdict, following a tense, exhaustive trial, is swift, decisive, and resonates throughout the Guard. Prime is found undeniably guilty of abusing her power and is stripped of her rank, her title, and her authority.
Justice is served. But wow, what a fall for Prime.
Maya, having acted with immense moral courage, upholding principles over personal loyalty, is hailed as a hero. And in a stunning, almost poetic turn of events, she is promoted to the most prestigious rank, Prime Guardian, inheriting the mantle from the very mentor she helped to depose.
Maya becomes the new Prime Guardian. That's incredible.
This raises an incredibly important question for you, the listener. If you discovered systemic corruption within an organization ostensibly dedicated to good, what personal risks would you be willing to take to expose it? And how would you handle the profound fallout, the emotional scars from those you once trusted and respected? Maya's journey here demonstrates the profound, often painful responsibility of holding power accountable, even at immense personal cost.
Okay, Section 5. The ultimate confrontation and a multiversal rebirth. Now, at the pinnacle of power, bearing the immense responsibility of the newly appointed Prime Guardian, Maya faces her most critical overarching task, stopping Dark once and for all.
The final showdown.
Ending her destructive cycle permanently. Intel suggests Dark's location, a hidden, insidious lair where she continues to plot unimaginable universal destruction. Maya, with her newfound wisdom and leadership, assembles her final diverse team.
Who's on the team this time?
What's fascinating is that this group includes not only the steadfast Shadow Guardian, but also, remarkably, some of former Prime's most loyal followers.
Wait, people loyal to the corrupt Prime, why would Maya include them?
Showcasing Maya's exceptional ability to unite disparate factions, even those with complicated histories, under her just and visionary leadership.
That's bold leadership, trusting those who followed a corrupt leader. What are we to make of this complex leadership dynamic? Maya, now at the very pinnacle of power, is confronting her ultimate adversary, yet her chosen team embodies a spectrum of allegiances, including those who once served a corrupt predecessor.
This adds an incredibly rich and fascinating dynamic to their final assault, highlighting Maya's nuanced approach to leadership. The team fights their way through Dark's treacherous lair, navigating deadly traps and battling relentless minions until Maya finally confronts Dark alone, face to face.
The one-on-one confrontation.
In a stunning, absolutely shattering revelation, Dark drops a bombshell that utterly shatters Maya's very sense of self.
Oh no, what now? Dark always has one more trick.
Maya's original universe was Dark's.
Maya is from Dark's universe, the bad place.
Maya learns that she isn't from the universe she always thought was her home, but from the same bleak reality that spawned her nemesis, plunging her into a profound existential identity crisis.
That changes everything about her entire journey.
Dark expertly, cruelly exploits this sudden, devastating doubt, and for a terrifying, heart-stopping moment, Maya is overcome, momentarily joining her former echo, blurring the lines between hero and villain entirely, threatening to undo everything she fought for.
Maya joins Dark, even for a moment.
The revelation is that profound.
Wow. What's truly fascinating here is the ultimate twist of identity, a cosmic paradox. Maya's entire arduous journey has been defined by fighting Dark, only to discover at the absolute climax that they share a fundamental origin, making them, in essence, two sides of the same fractured coin.
Good and evil aren't so clear-cut anymore.
Exactly. This revelation doesn't just complicate the simplistic ideas of good and evil, it suggests a tragic shared root, a single point of divergence where their paths split. This profound crisis of identity threatens to undo all of Maya's growth, all her sacrifice, and the very foundation of her mission, leaving her soul vulnerable to Dark's influence.
As the truth rattles Maya, the remaining team members manage a desperate escape from Dark's rapidly collapsing lair, rescuing a barely alive Shadow Guardian. But Maya remains, entranced and corrupted by Dark's insidious influence and the devastating truth of her origin.
They leave Maya behind with Dark.
They have to escape. In a desperate last-ditch effort, Shadow, despite his own injuries, proposes a radical, incredibly dangerous plan.
Shadow always has a plan. What is it?
To deliberately cause the collapse of Maya's host universe, the very reality where her consciousness is currently anchored, in order to violently break Dark's mental control over her.
Collapse her universe to save her mind? That's insane.
This plan carries an unimaginable, terrifying risk. It could utterly erase Maya's existence, wiping her from all realities.
This is where the ethical stakes reach an absolutely terrifying peak. The team's choice to risk Maya's entire existence, to effectively destroy her anchor in reality to save her soul, is an incredibly high-stakes, almost unthinkable ethical dilemma.
It's about preserving who she is, her essence, her fundamental identity, even if it means destroying the very universe that currently grounds her.
Do they do it?
Despite their immense hesitation, the team initiates the universe collapse, setting in motion a catastrophic chain of events. As reality distorts violently around them, tearing at the fabric of space and time, Maya begins to break free from Dark's insidious control.
Yes, it's working.
Battling her dark echo in a furious, mind-bending inner struggle. She finally defeats and banishes her dark self, reclaiming her true identity and returning to her desperate team just as the universe nears total implosion.
She's back.
Yeah.
But the universe is still collapsing. As the team makes their frantic escape from the collapsing reality, Shadow makes the ultimate selfless sacrifice.
Shadow, what does he do?
He bravely stays behind, ensuring Dark's complete and irreversible destruction as the universe implodes around him, seemingly perishing in the cataclysm.
Shadow sacrifices himself to kill Dark for good.
The team escapes, heartbroken, mourning Shadow's presumed death. A profound, agonizing loss in their triumphant, yet costly, fight for the multiverse. This raises an incredibly important soul-searching question for you, the listener. In the face of unimaginable multiversal threats, what is the true, immeasurable value of individual life versus the absolute integrity of a soul, or the ultimate fate of an entire multiverse?
Yeah.
And what does it truly mean to make the ultimate sacrifice for someone else's freedom, their very existence?
Back with the Multiverse Guard, they honor Shadow's immense sacrifice with a solemn, deeply emotional memorial service, a poignant tribute to their fallen comrade and the heavy cost of their victory.
A heavy price for victory.
However, a counselor approaches Maya with secret, whispered information. Shadow had, in fact, survived.
Shadow's alive. He faked his death.
He cleverly faked his death and is now working undercover, operating outside the established system, venturing into rogue, uncharted universes. Shadow sends a message, a compelling invitation for Maya to join him, to leave her prestigious Prime Guardian rank for a greater, more clandestine mission, one focused on proactive justice.
Give up being Prime Guardian to go undercover with Shadow. Another huge choice for Maya.
Let's truly dive deeper into this incredible development, the death that wasn't, and a compelling call to a more clandestine, perhaps more pure or direct form of justice. It represents Maya's second major crossroads, forcing her to question the very structure she helped build and now leads.
Stay establishment or go rogue for true justice.
Maya finds herself once again deeply torn, grappling with an immense internal conflict, weighing her hard-won loyalty to her Prime Guardian rank and the formal institution she now leads, against her profound friendship with Shadow and what she perceives as a deeper, more direct pathway to a greater good. Her team, acutely aware of her internal struggle, notices her distraction, sensing a significant life-altering decision brewing beneath the surface.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it profoundly suggests that even after saving the multiverse on a grand scale and establishing a new order, the fight for true systemic justice continues, often needing to operate outside of established, sometimes rigid, systems.
This system isn't enough.
It hints at the inherent limitations and the potential for new forms of corruption within even benevolent institutions, no matter how noble their founding principles. Maya, demonstrating her evolved, independent moral compass, ultimately makes her choice.
What does she choose? Stay or go?
She resigns her coveted position as Prime Guardian and, taking on the alias Nova, joins Shadow on an undercover mission.
She gives it up. Wow. Maya becomes Nova.
Some of her closest team members, those who share her evolving vision of justice, join their new clandestine cause, while others, more traditional, remain with the official Multiverse Guard. This moment marks a radical new path for Maya, one that prioritizes proactive justice and the prevention of evil over reactive defense.
Proactive justice.
Yeah.
Like stopping bad guys before they become bad guys.
Exactly. Maya and Nova, now a formidable duo operating in the shadows, embark on their audacious new mission, which begins in a truly audacious place. The universe of Maya's original enemy, Prime's former self.
Going after the original Prime, before she went bad.
They arrive in a universe gripped by tyranny, ruled by an evil Prime Guardian, a dark reflection of Maya's former mentor. Posing as humble servants, they ingeniously infiltrate Evil Prime's imposing castle, slowly, carefully, uncovering his insidious plan to use a new, even more potent artifact to control all universes, consolidating absolute power.
Evil Prime wants total control. Okay, and this is where the proactive nature of their heroism truly shines, isn't it? They're not just fighting villains, they're attempting to rewrite the very origins of villainy, to prevent evil from ever blossoming into its full destructive potential.
It's an almost time-traveling form of heroism, but one fraught with immense risks and unpredictable ripple effects. Their audacious mission: steal the map to this artifact, thwarting a multiversal catastrophe before it even truly begins.
Stealing the map. Classic heist element.
In an unexpected, almost cinematic turn, they gain an unlikely ally. Evil Prime's own daughter, Ariana.
His daughter helps them.
Who secretly harbors a deep-seated opposition to her tyrannical father's reign. She cautiously offers to help, but trust, in their line of work, is always a fragile, precious commodity.
Trusting the daughter of the guy you're trying to stop. Risky.
This raises an incredibly profound and ethically complex question. Is it truly possible, or even morally justifiable, to intervene and deliberately change a timeline by preventing an individual from ever becoming evil?
Yeah, the ethics of pre-crime almost.
What are the inherent ripple effects of such a monumental alteration, and who ultimately determines what constitutes a better or more ethical timeline? Despite a hair-raising close call where Ariana's suspicious brother alerts the castle guards during the critical map theft,
A close call.
Maya, Nova, and Ariana succeed in escaping with the map, and Ariana, having burned her bridges, chooses to fully join Maya's team, leaving her old, conflicted life behind for a new path.
Okay, they got the map, got a new ally. Where does the map lead?
Their extraordinary journey, guided by the stolen map, leads them to the most crucial, pivotal destination of all, Dark's birth universe.
Back to where it all started for both Maya and Dark.
Here, they encounter young Dark, not as the universe-destroying villain they've battled for so long, but as a vulnerable, innocent child.
They meet Dark as a kid.
They slowly, painfully learn her tragic backstory, a heart-wrenching history of profound abuse and systemic neglect that, over time, slowly twisted her into the destructive force they had fought for so many cycles.
Oh, so Dark wasn't born evil. She was made evil by abuse. It's tragic. So what does this all mean for the very concept of heroism? The ultimate resolution isn't achieved through combat, through superior power, or through brute force. It's achieved through profound compassion.
Compassion, not conflict.
By addressing and preventing the root cause of evil, by healing the wound that created the villain, they essentially erase the entire brutal conflict they've been fighting for so long. It's an incredibly powerful, transformative message about the nature of true victory.
So they save young Dark from the abuse.
Maya and Nova succeed in saving young Dark from her horrific abuse, fundamentally shifting her timeline, altering her future. Because young Dark is saved, because her path is rerouted from cruelty, she never turns evil.
Dark never becomes dark.
And the countless universes previously threatened by her destruction are now miraculously safe and thriving.
They change the past, fix the future. Wow. What happens when they go back?
The team returns to their original universe, but everything has irrevocably changed. The ripple effects of their proactive actions have rewritten reality on a fundamental level. Prime, the once corrupted mentor, is now genuinely good.
Prime is good again.
And all universes are thriving in unprecedented peace and harmony. However, there's a profound, bittersweet cost to this ultimate victory. No one, absolutely no one, remembers the team's incredible adventures, their harrowing struggles, their monumental sacrifices.
Nobody remembers. They saved everything, and no one knows.
That's the price. Nova, Shadow, makes a deeply personal, bittersweet choice, deciding to remain in this new, happy, peaceful timeline, content to live out his days in the tranquility they fought for, even if his contributions are utterly forgotten by history.
Shadow stays in the new timeline. Okay. What about Maya?
Maya, however, returns to her original, quiet life, but with all her memories, every single one of them, perfectly intact.
Maya remembers everything. She's the only one. What's truly fascinating here is the bittersweet resolution. The sacrifice of being utterly forgotten, of having your epic story erased, in exchange for universal peace.
Yeah.
And Maya, the one who remembers, who carries the immense weight and profound wisdom of a journey that never technically happened in this new idyllic reality, bears an extraordinary burden. This raises an incredibly important question. Is a memory of a struggle, of your sacrifices, more important than the profound peace it achieved, even if you're the only one who remembers?
Wow, that's deep. Maya, now back in her quiet, unassuming life, picks up her brushes one last time. She paints a final, breathtaking multiverse scene, a vibrant tapestry of all the worlds she saved, all the realities she wove together, and all the diverse, unforgettable people she encountered. And then, a small, knowing smile plays on her lips.
She knows, even if no one else does.
The journey may be forgotten by most, a mere ghost in the new timeline, but its profound impact and her deep, indelible understanding remain etched forever in her soul. Okay, let's wrap this up. What did this entire mind-bending Odyssey mean for us, for you, the listener?
Yeah, the takeaways.
From feeling something intangible missing in her seemingly ordinary life to literally weaving the very fabric of reality with her art and courage, Maya's journey challenges our most fundamental understandings of identity, purpose, and the true, often unseen cost of making the right choice, especially when no one remembers the struggle. Her evolution from an accidental traveler to a proactive force, one capable of shaping the very timelines of good and evil, is a profound testament to the power of individual agency and compassion.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, Maya's Odyssey provides incredibly profound insights into universal truths. The deep, intricate interconnectedness of all things, the idea that even our most personal, secret hobbies can, in fact, be a profound cosmic calling.
Your hobby could save the universe.
Right. It highlights the enduring, transformative power of compassion over destruction and the ultimate, often unseen impact of addressing the roots of conflict rather than just its symptoms. It urges us to question the narratives we're given, to look beyond the surface of apparent conflicts, and to recognize the subtle yet powerful echoes of our choices in wider, sometimes completely unseen contexts.
Our choices ripple outwards.
It's a powerful reminder that our actions, however small they may seem, can have multiversal ripples, fundamentally reshaping what is to come.
Okay, here's something truly provocative for you to mull over as you go about your day. If the universe, or even just your personal world, could be so profoundly altered, improved, and brought to peace by one person's choices, your choices, and those changes then completely erase the memory of the struggle itself, would you still make those choices?
Ooh, good question.
Does the impact, the quiet, unremembered betterment of reality, matter more than the recognition, the personal glory? And in your own life, what forgotten deep dives, what hidden struggles, what compassionate interventions might be shaping the reality you live in right now, without you even realizing the profound weight of what you've done?
Heavy thoughts to end on.
We leave you with that thought to ponder. Until next time, keep exploring your own deep dives, both seen and unseen.